Volume 3 has really took me to the heights that I ever seen before. Giving only a review of volume 3 of Now That We Can Draw. I want to personally want to talk about this. I don't know how long this video is definitely going to be. To be honest with you, I'm just going to be blunt and just to tell people like how I personally definitely feel. Reading this manga is very fun. It's very enjoyable. It doesn't bore me. It doesn't really actually really doesn't. It really doesn't. It gets me so interesting to me to seeing how I dive into the characters, basically into this manga, and it really seems like having that adaptation and just really just to see him from right here and just really actually it's actually anyways I forgot to show you what the manga actually looks like. This one actually looks like here. I got this from Amazon. I had to get volume 3. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I have not been hooked up to a manga like this in such a long time. I have not. To be honest with you, I thought I was hooked up on these and stuff like that. I thought I really was. I was hooked up on these really big time. I really was. And I really was. Isekai Samurai. Oh, it's good. It's really good. Godslots. Ooh, really, yeah, really, it's very, very good. But this right here, I'm just gonna say it right now. This is a lot more better than Isekai Samurai. In my own opinion, that's what it basically feels to me. I'm just gonna say this right now. Let me talk about some certain things based on what goes on based on this volume 3 of this manga. I personally want to say here is based that Neen is basically that's basically her name. That's basically what's her basically her name is. That's basically Nina, whatever you want to call her or anything like that. Nina is a girl that she's really admired by just I guess you probably say by her looks, by the way how she's popular, that she really actually is, and stuff like that. And she kind of uses her looks to get guys who she really does that you want to get buy into basically to buy into her because the way that she is. Yeah, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Big, uh, she got the big knockers and stuff like that. She even does. You know that she person that she even does. Yeah, she's very attractive, and she really actually is. But one thing, the downside about her character, I really do not like the most, is kind of like a flaw. And this is kind of gets me kind of a little irritated. Not like mad or anything like that, it's basically like she likes to flutter around with the MC really a lot, and she really definitely does. But the problem is that I basically have about her is basically that with the fluff of her character, she likes cute guys. She thinks that the MC is not personally not good enough for her. I mean, not good. She thinks that the MC is not good enough for her. She thinks that that the MC is not really basically in the priority of her needs that she basically definitely wants, and that's what basically what it feels to basically what it feels to me. If you take as for instance that she had a dream and she had a dream of the MC Yurika-kun, basically Yurika-kun confesses her love basically to her. But even though when she had that dream, she didn't really want that to happen because she was afraid that was going to basically gonna happen because Yurika-kun wanted to talk to her on the rooftop because that's basically you see mostly not all the time every single anime basically school animes because you see like maybe like a girl basically talk on the rooftop or maybe like a guy or a girl or a guy talk on the rooftop or just basically just have a private talk and stuff like that. That's basically what they basically do because that's just usually their thing. That's what they have. That's what they like to do. That's what they want to do. That's what they like to do. That's just a different genre. That's something that they like because the rooftop is kind of like it's kind of like being in an open world and and you just want to talk about any, you just want to talk about whatever you want to talk about and stuff like that. Whatever is personal, whatever that personally is out basically feels to you, whatever it feels that is basically in your nature for your basic for yourself. I kind of what a person want to say here is that it basically is that when she had that dream, what she did, she didn't want to make that dream come true. There's a reason for that. Reason why she just really didn't want that to happen. I feel that she wanted to reject the guy and just hold on a second. Okay, all right. Anyway, so sorry about that. She just wanted to reject the MC, and because she didn't want that dream to be accomplished and stuff like that. And it feels to me, and personally, in my own view, is that she's being very picky because she doesn't want to be around somebody that it just doesn't feel like for her needs basically for her and stuff like that. I feel like this is kind of like a basically kind of like a similar into a bring a girlfriend into a situation, also dress up my darling, and also other different similarities of basically of other different genres that you definitely do see. But I will definitely will say this. This kind of genre may not be just for everyone. This may be just maybe for a good, probably good 70% of people that probably would definitely would like this because this is something that people would definitely like if they're gonna watch it, or maybe that they're gonna read it, or maybe they're just gonna say like they're just gonna say hide themselves from the situation and say like no, I'm not gonna watch it because it has too many generic red flags that a lot of people are not gonna like because they don't like those kind of generics and stuff like that because they definitely don't. One thing I don't like about this, and one thing I don't like about this, I don't want people to think I'm misogynist or anything like that. But one thing I don't like about women's space is that they always go for guys who are cute or whatever and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, I had that experience and stuff like that. I used to go out with somebody. Used to go out with somebody a long time ago. Used to go out with somebody a long time ago. Kind of. I wanted to basically. I saw the cutest girl basically in school. I wanted to go out with her really a lot. And then I asked her, I want to go on a date, and she goes like, no, I don't want to, and stuff like that. I got so much basically going on and stuff like that. But then I found out basically the other day, I was at basically at a restaurant which is basically called Ryan's Steakhouse. And Ryan's Steakhouse used to be very very popular back in the day. And then I saw my friend, and then she was out on a date with somebody else, with another guy who was a lot more good looking than me. And I didn't say nothing to her. I didn't. I just walked by past her, and she just never said hi to me or anything like that. It's just like I was really disappointed. I was really hurt, and to be honest with you, my mom and dad said, like, "James, are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just, I cried a little bit at the table, and basically just eating my dinner. I cried myself to sleep when I was in bed. To be honest with you, I did. To be honest with you, and to be honest with you, I was hurt. I was hurt and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, I'm just gonna say this right now. I don't like fake people. I really don't. I really don't. Okay, because I don't like that. I don't like when people just like to cherry picks from other different trees that was definitely you think that is it feels right for them, but they don't want to pick the others, so they don't want to pick the others. So they just want to forget about the other half, but they just want to pick the half that they like. So let's just cast the other half, and let's just live on the good side of the half that seems to be perfect in your view for around you and stuff like that. I am very disappointed because I felt like I was very rejected. I was very upset. I was very emotional and stuff like that, and I really was. But then I found out when I went to school back the next day, my friend of mine, she came up to me. She says, James, James. I saw you at Ryan's Steakhouse. I saw you at Ryan's Steakhouse. I saw you at Ryan's Steakhouse. I was trying to say hi to you. And particularly to be honest with you, she never looked at me. She never said hi to me. She never didn't or anything like that. She never did at all. And that was a blatant lie right there. And I just said like, I didn't say really anything. I just said, I saw you at the Ryan Steakhouse with somebody. With somebody. She goes like, oh, she goes like, oh, that was my brother. That was my brother. I was having dinner. I was having dinner with my brother. I said, okay. And I forgot to mention that she was kissing a guy in the restaurant as well too. And why would you be kissing your brother at a restaurant for? So to be honest with you, I think that she was lying, and she really was. And I definitely do think that she just tried to twist her lies and stuff like that. And I personally, I didn't really say really much of anything else. And I said like, I have to go. I need to go somewhere. I need to do something. She goes like, well, then I'll see you tomorrow. Then I said like, I got other things I got to do tomorrow. She said, well, I'll see you the next day. I got other things to go. She goes like, did I upset you? I said, I said, no, no, I'm good. I'm just busy. Sorry, bye. And that's what I did. I just ran off. I said bye and stuff like that. And particularly, just to be honest with you, do I hate her? No, I don't hate her. I don't like when people toy with my feelings like that. I don't like that. That's something that I don't like that. For one, I don't like liars. For two, I don't like fake people. And for three, I don't like people just just tug on someone's own feelings just for their own personal gain, just to do that. That's wrong. Personally, to me, it is wrong. That's just not right. I seen it happen to a couple of my friends. They've been hurt. I've been hurt because of this. So I think the reason why, because particularly I'm saying this because I mean, like I said, I don't hate Nina. I really don't hate Nina at all. I don't. But the problem is I have with Nina is basically that like I said before, she wants to pick the other half of the tree, and that's what she really definitely do want. She doesn't want the other half. She doesn't want the other half. She said like all the other half are just bad apples and stuff like the bad cherries or bad fruits. But she just wants the good kind of fruit because that's what she really wants. Because that's what she deems to what she really definitely wants, because she wants to have a perfect relationship with somebody, to have a perfect boyfriend, to have a perfect good looking man that can satisfy her needs, to personally to put her needs in the middle just for her own circle. It's just for her own circle. It's kind of like she's laying a foundation. It's like laying a foundation, and this foundation that she's providing, that she's really just doing, is kind of like, it's just kind of like saying like, I don't want you coming over here. I don't want you coming over here. I don't want you coming over there and stuff like that. I'm just gonna lay my foundation the way I deem that is fit for me, because I don't want nobody coming personally in that base of the excuse me, of that direction. And to particular, just to be honest with you, I'm just going to say this right now also as well too. But she doesn't want nobody else knowing that she has, particularly that she has feelings for the MC. But in the particularly other way, she's faking it, that she definitely does has feelings for MC. But that's just the particular. I just feel like no, that's not right. You don't toy with someone's feelings like that and stuff like that. And they just really don't, and just really don't. Personally, to be honest with you, like I said before, in my own view, the way that girl treated me, I just wanted to avoid her, because I don't like people doing that to me. I really don't. I don't hate people, but basically in general, I just want to shy myself from the situation and just move away from that person, and just say like, I need to move on. I can't be around a person like that. Like I said before, wants to pick the better fruit of the tree, or better cherries on the tree, or apples, whatever that side of the tree, and just not pick the bad fruit on the other side of the tree. That's what I definitely think. But if people really want to do that, then you deem to seem the world so perfect around you. But if you don't want to go out with somebody, go out with somebody that just that just doesn't have a good life or anything like that, poor or anything like that. That's your own septication, stuff like that. You want to marry someone who's rich, fine. You want to marry someone who's pretty, that's fine. You want to marry someone who's hot, that's fine. You want to marry someone who's sexy, that's fine. You want to marry someone who's cute, that's fine. But to be honest with you, I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm just gonna say this right now. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover. I'm gonna use that slogan in every single video until people understand what I'm trying to say and stuff like that and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, I would personally, if I was basically was in my shoes, and I would basically MC, I would personally would just tell her and say like I understand you really like me and all and stuff like that. Please leave me alone. I don't want. I'm just. I'm trying to be respectful and stuff like that. But I just want you to know is that I don't like people trying to be a fake to me. I don't like that. And I'm not a heartless person. I really am not. I know the MC is not a heartless person. It really is not. But one thing I found very, very interesting, I found something very, very better than most that I loved about this manga also as well too, is basically also finding about a girl named Love Chan. Love Chan. She's basically a shorter girl. She's kind of like around about 17 or 18 years old. She's a little bit older than the MC, and she really person that she really actually is. And the reason why she calls herself Love Chan because it back in the past between the MC and Love Chan, they basically have some kind of friendship basically with each other, and he was pretty excited to see Love Chan basically firsthand because he happens to like her really a lot. It was basically kind of like his first love at first sight, basically for him. But even though when he recognized the name Love Chan, that's when he began to remember and basically what basically what happened back in the past and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, she seems like she was kind of like a shy kind of person because she really didn't open up really all that much. But one thing I was also kind of worried about also well too. I happen to think that she probably had a pretty bad childhood and stuff like that. And I'm thinking that her parents probably abused her or probably did some things to her that we really don't even know. I think her past is kind of mysterious. Also, space was also well too. That's basically what I definitely think because she said she never had TV, she never really had any manga. So I'm definitely thinking her childhood was pretty rough. That's what I'm thinking, and that's what basically what it feels to me. And I sense that little dark sense, basically in this manga also as well too, and see that kind of dark sense right there. That's a good thing to recognize the basis in the manga because it gives you a good idea of basis of different of the aspects to learn about the base of the character. The only thing I can only think of, that's what I definitely think. What I definitely do think. But you could just tell her it's just like basically and personally basically feels to me is basis that I, I'm not 100% sure. She seems like I'm not really 100% sure, but I really don't know. She seems like she's a homeless girl that she was back then. That's what I'm beginning to think. I'm not 100% sure accurate based on that, but I'm not really actually 100% sure because she seems like she really basically that she really actually is, or maybe that she really did not have really much of a future based within her childhood, based on her family and stuff like that. So whatever her family that must have had basically back in the past, there's a question is that did she have a really a bad past between her father and her mother or some of her family members, or maybe there's something that we really do not know. I'm hoping to get some clarification of her past because that's something that kind of disturbs me because if you look at basically the clothes that she's wearing and stuff like that, that kind of tells me something's not right in that situation, and I find that that's a problematic of a territory. I definitely think to me is that she probably did have a very bad past. Probably the relationship, probably with her family or maybe there must be something else. Maybe there must be something else that we personally really definitely do that we definitely really don't. To be honest with you, I'm just gonna say this right now. I definitely do like Love Chan more than most than the female protagonist basis anime. Don't get me wrong, the female protagonist basis, I mean, excuse me, not the anime, the manga, excuse me, the female protagonist basis in the manga. Yes, I like her really a lot. She's cute. She's a very busted kind of girl. She really actually is. But I like Love Chan really a lot more better because she seems like she has more of an open world than view than what I see from basically with her. But this is going to be a major problem also as well too because I'm not so sure if the MC really has told her if he has really has told her like about who's this manager really who's her I mean like who's the manga artist really actually is or the publisher. I don't know. I can't remember her. It's like I know it's hard to say. She works. I mean, he works right beside her. Right beside her left. Yeah. So I don't think he. I don't think she has really has met. I don't think the main female protagonist has basically met her yet. But that's one thing I really am worried the most is this is my major problem that I'm going to be very worried the most is that she's going to be a very jealous type of girl, and she's probably going to think thoughts in her heads and stuff like that. Oh, he doesn't like me, he doesn't want to be around me, and stuff like that, and just basically in general, and stuff like that. But one thing I also noticed about her, basically also too, that she seems like she's a forceful, basic kind of a person that she kind of wants to force things onto somebody that she really definitely doesn't like. I mean, not definitely like, but she wants to force basic into things where she really wants that teams to be set for her. That's what she really definitely wants. But you have to remember, as I said before, she wants somebody to fit her needs, basically as a cute, hot, sexy guy or anything like that. That's what she really definitely wants. But to be honest with you, it's kind of like flicking a flea and say like, "Hey, I don't want you around me because you're not good enough for me." So that's my opinion. That's what I definitely think. I kind of like I said before. That's what it feels to me. I mean, like you're picking the half of the tree that has good fruit, but you forget about the other half of the tree doesn't seem that it's not fit for you. But if you feel you want to pick that side of that tree, you deem the world so perfect around you. That's my opinion. That's what I definitely do think. That's how I feel. To be honest with you, I'm just gonna say this right now. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I don't like being around people who are perfect. I really don't. It really irritates me. It really does. It's a very irritating situation. It really actually is and stuff like that. I don't like that. Personally, to be honest with you, I'd rather be myself. I want to be normal. That's what I want to be. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this manga volume review. I will say volume number 3. I can't wait to read volume number 4, and I really want to continue reading this also as well too. And I want to continue with the chapters. So I'm going to do some chapter reviews based on of this. If I ever do get a chance to, if I don't, then I will probably let the base have to see it. But right now, like I said before, I've been very busy, basically dealing with real life situations and stuff like that, and basically also dealing with my family, especially my grandma. She has not been feeling good, but she's definitely kind of lifting her spirits up a little bit more. But she's definitely doing okay and stuff like that. And to be religious, just to be honest with you, I just want to let you guys know Thanksgiving is coming up sometime this week. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving this week because I'm pretty excited for it because I get to see my family and I get to see my grandma because I haven't really seen her really much in a little bit. But like I said, I've been kind of busy, just like basically helping different aspects with stuff like that, basically with my family and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, it was that's it for this manga review or manga volume review. But yeah, it was just I know I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please like button. Give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down. Doesn't matter to me. And please do become well. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys there. Take care. Bye.